Welcome to High Five. 5 stories from the production of the original Star Wars. The actors who played R2-D2 and C-3PO actually hated each other. Despite his dumpy, rounded appearance, R2-D2 had an actor inside it, and the R2-D2 actor, Kenneth Baker, hated Anthony Daniels, the guy who played C-3PO. Baker claimed that Daniels was both boring and rude, never socializing with the rest of the cast, and once blowing off Baker. It didn't help that the way they prepared for filming every day left little time for chatter between the two characters. While their on-screen characters bickered like an old married couple, the two actors grew to resent each other. Daniels, unlike his chipper C-3PO character, was something of an introvert. Daniels also saw Baker as just a bucket, who was never too involved with Star Wars filming, as Baker never said anything on screen. He even compared Baker to a good luck charm at one time, something minor that Star Wars kept in its metaphorical pocket. The Darth Vader father reveal was kept secret from even the actors themselves. One of the most famous Star Wars lines, "I am your father," is probably the greatest twist in the history of modern film. The sinister, evil, masked Darth Vader being the father of Luke Skywalker? Who would have thought it? Part of the reason no one leaked the secret before The Empire Strikes Back hit the box office was that Darth Vader never actually said that line during filming. It was secretly dubbed in during post-production. What Darth Vader actually said during filming was, "Obi-Wan killed your father." However, Mark Hamill's reaction in the scene is real, because Hamill had been told just moments before filming the scene of what the actual line was. Hamill was the only other person to know the secret besides the producers and director. After filming, he was pulled aside and sternly told that if the secret was leaked, they would know it was he who had done it. The secret stayed safe with him until the film came out. Lucas fought tooth and nail for the unique opening sequence. The classic Star Wars opening sequence, another icon of the series, almost didn't happen. First of all, the sequence itself was difficult to do with technology of the 1970s, and required a lot of complex equipment to create a computerized film camera to physically film the opening sequence of text. The second problem was the Directors Guild of America. Lucas thought traditional opening credits that start films are stupid and ruin the movie. The Directors Guild of America, which Lucas was a part of, disapproved. When The Empire Strikes Back came out, the Guild wanted Lucas punished with a $1,000 fine, and the film withdrawn from theaters until an opening credit sequence was inserted in. Lucas, enraged at this, sued the Directors Guild, but when the Guild countersued, he decided to pay the fine and then resign from the Guild. All future Star Wars films would have the classic opening sequence, and Lucas selected a British director for the third and final Star Wars film, one not part of the American Directors Guild. Lucas copied World War II dogfight footage for Star Wars. The dogfights between Rebel X-Wings and Imperial TIE Fighters were dramatic and game-changing scenes when the movie first came out. Lucas had been inspired to make them because he wanted a dramatic dogfight in space between two spacecraft, specifically one different from the space fight scenes in Star Trek. When the first post-production version of the film came back with terrible special effects, Lucas was unhappy. He fired the old editors and brought in new ones to turn his vision into reality. The editors spent hundreds of hours combing through any dogfight footage they could get their hands on, including World War II propaganda reels and war movies with dogfighting scenes. Then they used those films, along with Lucas's instructions, as guides for scenes they were to create. Lucas also used some spliced real-life dogfight footage for an early rough cut of the movie. When he invited some of his friends over to see it, the movie was confusing because it would rapidly transition from Star Wars to old war movies. This caused his friends to think the movie was confusing, but when the special effects were finished, the results were amazing. Steven Spielberg has earned millions of dollars from Star Wars. Star Wars has made creator George Lucas a lot of money over the years, but in 1977 he made a bet with fellow director Steven Spielberg that has wound up costing him over $40 million so far, and all of it going directly into Spielberg's pocket. The bet was made when Lucas was visiting Spielberg on the set of Close Encounters of the Third Kind in 1977, before Star Wars A New Hope came out. Suddenly, the two of them were arguing which movie would do better, but they were arguing for each other's films. Lucas said Close Encounters would make more money, while Spielberg insisted on Star Wars. So the bet was made. Each of them would give the other 2.5% of their respective stakes in their own film, if it was the most successful. And even though Close Encounters made a whopping $303 million, Star Wars trounced it, making $775 million worldwide in 1977 alone. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.